Yo, it's your boy Ronnie here, you feel me? And we're now back into Cocktails on the Rocks, episode 3, the Aftermath, you feel me? So I just want to give a shout out to my two guests that's here. Introduce yourselves so people know who y'all are.
I go by the name Valare.
I go by the name B.
Not B. So where y'all from? Tell people where y'all from, man.
Originally I'm from upstate New York, Albany. Lived in Florida for a little while, and I came down to Atlanta. I've just been in Atlanta rocking out since.
I'm from the west side of Atlanta, Georgia. I've been down here, stayed out here.
Okay. So this, we over here got these drinks provided by Penny Up, you feel me? She out here doing her thing. Shout out to Aunt getting us right for these drinks. But my first question is y'all, how y'all feel about the BT Hip Hop Awards and like Eminem freestyle and shit?
I'll let him go first on this one.
Man, I feel like he's a little more staged than anything, so he got an album coming out soon. If it ain't already came out. I just feel like, we the ones that buy the majority his music and stuff like that. So it's like, I feel like he targeted us in a fragile time. So it's kind of like, let me be your friend. And guess what? I got an album coming out too. So.
Facts. I mean, I feel like I rock with it. Like, he did his thing. Like, he really went in. You know what I mean? Eminem, I feel like is damn near a legend. You feel me? Like, you can say that he's damn near a legend. So I feel like he definitely did his thing. What about you?
I think bar for bar wasn't really, it was alright. The message was, I like how you got the message out, but,
But I mean,
could the bars been better? Yes.
I think the one thing that stood out for me was just like, yo, if you one of my fans and you feel like you can support me, fuck you, like.
Right.
Like.
No, I agree with that. I like what he did. I like, he took that stage, used that platform to do what he did to create that conversation to let people know he's keeping an eye on everything going on too, But it could go a lot of ways with that.
Okay.
But I thought it was good. I thought it was a good platform.
Yeah.
I thought it was the best way to use it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he definitely did his thing. So it's good, man. This nigga over here about motorcycles. I don't know if you know.
He just told me.
Yeah, this guy right here, biker boy out here. The nigga out here. Look, I was at the show. This nigga pulled up on the bike, parked this shit right on the sidewalk. I'm like, damn, this shit must be nice, dog.
That's my all access pass.
I was about to say.
All access.
I ain't getting on no bike.
I mean, all access.
I ain't getting on no bike.
Yo, my only bike I had was a pocket bike, dog. Shit was like this small. Wasn't going nowhere and shit. But yo, what's good with this DJing, B?
Okay.
So, it's going well. I've been DJing for a long time. I've been DJing probably about 15 years. I started with my brother, who started while he was in college. And then he moved to Atlanta and, he was just doing parties or whatever. I've always been just like mobile DJ. And then it just went from there, and I just started hosting parties on my own. And I decided, man, let me branch out from being up under his umbrella and being up under his, everything he had going on, and started doing my own thing.
Facts.
So from there, I just started, buying my own stuff, doing my own thing, booking my own events, stuff like that. Plus, I wanted to do a different genre of music. Everybody do hip hop, all that stuff. And I was always raised off hip hop, but I was also raised off house music too.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Me
So
too.
one of my other brothers, man, he was real big on reggae, house, dance, stuff like that. Man, he brought that into my world. So that's really primarily what I play. I can still do the hip hop. I can still do, whatever. So it's just kind of one of those things where I didn't just want to be in a box doing one thing. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be able to do everything. So I could do a festival if I was brought to an Ultra Fest, but I could also do, whatever BET concert, I could do it all.
So in terms of festival, what festival y'all recommend? Like, I've been to Tomorrow's World, and I tell you that shit was the craziest experience ever. Like, drug infested, crazy, my nigga. Like, see this dude.
Pits everywhere.
Yo, I was working that joint. You feel me? This nigga out here, I thought he was on bad stuff. Like, he was running, naked, bro. Like crazy, bro. Like, I'm like, yo, these festivals is wild. You see them on wild shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to go to Burning Man though. Not gonna lie.
Ultra is probably gonna be the bigger platforms. Tomorrow World is big, but Ultra is a little bigger. Okay. But you gotta go out of town for Ultra. They don't do Ultra in Atlanta. So Ultra Miami is probably the biggest one, or go to EDC in Vegas.
Okay.
Those are two of the biggest ones in the States. Now, when you start getting overseas, that's a whole other story.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Everything over there, from Tomorrow, Ultra, the EDCs overseas are good. There's a couple other festivals that are big.
Okay. So it's an event that I really rock. I don't know if you've been, but I know this guy been. What's the shit called? The island joint.
Oh, you talking about that shit? Igloo.
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 I heard about that.
Bruh, I went to Igloo not with a rose. It's a little bit cheaper than this. You feel me? I had me a little Andre. You feel me? Little Andre. Did the whole walkthrough through the Andre champagne.
With the Diddy Bop. You know
Bruh, that motherfucker was so crazy, though. Like crazy. Like, he tell you, that shit was wild.
I discovered Igloo, man.
How did you discover Igloo?
Yeah.
Man, so one day, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was on Facebook. And you know how the little ads pop up? I said, let's try this shit out. This shit probably gonna be lame, bro. We got out there. Hell, I told Antoinette, I'm like, yo, let's check this out. And I told some other people, and then they invited like a group of people. We all kind of went out there expecting like just to, a little extraness and this.
Right.
Bro, this is the most chill vibe you gonna expect from a lot of black people.
Yeah.
Like, no fights.
Where's it at?
Cloud of smoke. It's on the east side most times. What it is, like Latonia, yeah.
Right in the cut, like back, like it's in some park, like some big park, but
They got another one called Passion Sundays. I don't know if it's still going on now because it's got kind of cold. It's like a rooftop Jamaican party, and it's like a reggae party. And man, I'm talking about like I just like they vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that chill back. I think I'm getting so old now, man. To where it's like, man, you in the party. Ain't doing all that shit no more. I want to sit down. I want to watch people. I want to sip.
Shit, nigga, I'm 30. I'm still doing that. For you.
You a performer.
When I hit 30, I'm still gonna be jumping.
You a performer though. I'm a mellow one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You been cut. Y'all ever been to Alibi?
Nah.
Man, so Alibi be lit, man. So I know they just had R. Kelly pop up. Also, man, I ain't go, bro. I was so glad I didn't go. R. Kelly be bringing out the Jones, bro. He probably was recruiting.
Bring out the
He probably was recruiting, bro. He probably was recruiting.
Bring him out.
But yeah, they got a R&B night on Tuesdays, and then Thursdays they got a international night. But yeah, man.
Music Room do an event every first Friday or last Friday. It's a Jamaican event. I gotta get the name for y'all, but it's the vibe down there is super dope. My homeboy that I DJ with, Blaze, he brought me one night. He was like, "You gotta come. You gotta see what this is like." And we went down there, man, and it was just like, it just bring back them old memories. Cause I don't know if you ever been to Music Room on Edgewood, but when you go downstairs, that basement, you know what I'm saying? Then it's a Jamaican party, and it's just.
I don't know if you've been to what's the shit called?
It's closed down now.
Nah, it's not closed. Is it?
To my last one on the right on Edgewood.
Nah, it's over there, right on Ponce. It's right on Ponce. It's you go straight down.
Oh, MJQ.
MJQ.
I heard they were closed.
They
Nah,
open.
they still open.
Yeah, they open.
Is it? Okay,
Yo,
cool.
MJQ.
Good. I was hoping that it wasn't true.
MJQ, especially when they bring somebody out.
Yeah, no, I love
Shit be
MJQ.
so lit.
Edgewood used to be the stomping ground.
I heard somebody just got killed over there, man.
Yeah, I want to be out there no more.
Good.
For real?
Yeah, somebody just got killed not too long ago.
Oh my
Like
god.
shot, like ran over, like.
Shot, probably.
They need to just block that guy off, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Put cop car here, block that guy off.
I mean, they got hella police out there, though.
I know, but see, the thing is, the police be trying to be macho.
Yeah.
They ain't really looking for the real issue. They just want to make an example out of somebody that ain't really doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the last time I rode through there, it was hella police. Like, I remember when it wasn't that deep. Like,
Ever since department store closed, it was never
Never
been
seen
the
the
same.
department store, yeah.
Ain't never
But you
been
know what
the
you know what'll make Atlanta a lot more lit, bro? If they literally take away that open substance from walking, like you can't leave a bar with a cup.
They need to be out of Louisiana.
Yeah, you
That
cut
mean
down
dope.
the street.
if you have an area like that,
Yeah,
yeah,
you cut down
exactly.
Edgewood.
Oh,
You
Buckhead
put it
bars,
on
you
here,
just let it like that.
let them go from store to store. I mean, like,
bar to bar.
bro, that'll turn Atlanta. We ain't got no water, so
Yeah.
we gotta have something. You know what I mean? Like, most cities with water be the little cities, like Miami, you know what I'm saying? New Orleans, something like that. We ain't got that, so let us have an open container.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've always so from what I learned from that from a friend of mine who was a cop was you could have an open container, just had to be concealed. And then it just depend on the cop. Like if they just want to just you know, like
We
you
got
said,
some
make
But
it
you ever been to Louisiana?
Yeah, plenty.
No, I mean,
yeah, ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
that's. But I was so low. I'm like, dang, like I'm walking on the street, like.
Yeah.
So you ain't got
having a whole bottle walking down that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying about you there.
If we get to that level, bro, you know what I'm saying? But I just know, I think what kind of turned Atlanta off was that Freak Neat, how it got. You know what I'm saying? Freak Neat. Because if you mention Freak Neat, boy, the county sheriff gonna shut you down.
Yeah.
They knocking at your door like, hey, no Freak Neat, this here.
So look, let me ask y'all about this Gucci Man and Gucci Man and Keisha deal. I don't know.
I don't know how to say it.
I don't know how to say her name.
It's
G,
Davis
but-
now.
Yeah, Miss Davis.
Miss Guap.
Not just talk about them, but like a lot of people don't know that artists got girls. Like they got people they really married or dealing with.
Right.
Like niggas be out here thinking like, yeah, I mean, you know, Lil Wayne like I can fuck any girl in the world. Like nah, this nigga really had somebody like
Right.
holding him down. Like
Yeah, a couple people.
So how y'all feel like if you was in the game or not, just in general in terms of having a relationship, and when is the right time to even have that type of relationship? Do you need to be accomplished? Do you need to be like still building? Do you believe in that building together type shit?
I believe in building.
Yeah.
You know, when you get to a certain stage where you probably be a little more paranoid about the girls you meet because you don't know their intentions.
True.
Typically, when you start from the ground up, where a lot of dudes do, you know, I think even LL did that. You know, a lot of artists, man, they've come up with their girl. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, a lot of them didn't work out and they get the celebrity situations going. But that's also probably the reason why you see a lot of celebrities bouncing around from each other because, you know, they feel like they're all in the same.
Same.
Like, you don't need me, I don't need you. Like, well, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of levels to it.
I mean, when you think about it, think about how, like, Amber Rose is a prime example.
That's my life when I blow up.
I'm with the shooting in the gym type of guy. Like, I want you. We ain't gotta start from rock bottom, but you know what I'm saying. I want to know that when worst get to worst, you ain't trying to take my chick.
Right.
Like you want somebody like we want to use a real good example like Tyler Perry. You know what I'm saying? Diary Matt Black Woman.
Mm-hmm.
I want that kind of wife. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like no matter how much money I got, you know what I'm saying. I know at the end of the day she taking care of shit at home. You feel me?
Right.
I don't want somebody that's like, man, cause when you get to stardom, when you get to that higher place, I mean, you got good people out here, but like you said, it's harder to trust.
Yeah.
Your trust kind of out the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you here?
Shit, my trust out the door and I got reckless. It's just so hard. It's so hard. I think it's like, yo, cause our parents or whatever grew up in a certain generation where you used to get married, like go to college, get married, just in general.
At 12.
Yeah, young. Like, I don't know about that, but young. You feel me?
You 12 now, you gotta get married.
But like now, like shit, we go to college, or we just living life, and it's just like, nah, I'm not ready.
Right.
Like niggas is getting married in like their 30s and up now. Not even in their 20s. I thought 25 I was gonna get married.
But you know what though? I feel like they got a lot to do with the inflation, bro. Inflation is man-made, but at the same time, when we got time to think about getting married, we talking about trying to pay off student loans. My grandma went to school, but she paid $600 for a semester. A full semester for me was $20,000.
Me too.
So you talking about getting married? Man, I'm trying to, cause once they get married, that's theirs too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta think about a lot of stuff. Man. Like, if you like me, man, I'm not trying to. When I get married, I want to be like, babe, you know what I'm saying? If you need me, you can take off a month or a year of work, and I got everything.
But I don't think people see that. Like it's like I'm gonna keep it like G1K. Like this is a girl that I was dealing with, whatever, and she wanted to be involved. But it's like, yo, you don't know none of the baggage I got. I got loans out the ass.
Yeah.
Some shit that I can go die today and still won't get paid. Like you feel me? Like
right.
that ass like $100,000. Like
Right.
why would you want to take on somebody that ain't established? It's not even about being established. That ain't ready to be committed. You know what I'm saying?
Because she want to help you practice shooting in the gym.
Yeah, man. I got the Steph Curry out here.
Do y'all believe in living with somebody but not like getting married in like the eyes of America?
I didn't do that shit. I'm good off that.
You know what I mean? Like staying together, being committed, getting a ring and all that. Just don't go to the court.
So, but I love my space. Like, so like I don't know. I'm a weird ass nigga.
You saying the courthouse marriage? You saying like
So don't go to the court. So they don't know that you're legal. So you don't get their loan. You know what I mean? Like y'all don't have none of that baggage.
It's bittersweet for me.
About to pop this rose for this question that
You gotta let her do it.
Yeah, I'm just opening it up for you. Feel me? You gonna come get in the
So do you believe in that shit?
Yeah, actually, I don't have a problem with it.
That's bittersweet, because as long because really the only reason they want you to get married is so you can share that debt and increase them taxes. You know what I'm saying? That's why they came up with common law marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like 7 years. Oh, y'all married.
But that's not everywhere though.
So what about prenups though? Y'all believe in
Georgia
prenups?
thing?
Y'all believe in prenups though?
I don't.
Shit, I don't know. Shit, I don't know.
Maybe.
Gucci a bold dude. Like, he ain't getting no prenup, but I don't know, man.
But I mean, I think
she stuck with him for a minute.
it's situations.
You gotta swallow that, man.
I told you you should.
You gotta drink that, chug.
Party foul, just by the way.
Go ahead,
Oh
you
my
can.
God, y'all.
I'm glad you ain't
I
giving
need
me
to
that
wipe
time.
this up real quick. Oh my God. I kind of figured, but I was like, nah.
She shook. I'm like, yo, I told her she
Oh,
shook.
she shook
Yeah,
it?
she
Oh,
don't.
she's wild.
I tried to tell her.
I know, but even when it comes to that too, bro, I kind of, man,
I get a paper
you ain't gonna marry nobody that ain't on your level. Like, everybody know, like, that's just how people meet. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't, it's gonna be rare that you know what I'm saying, like, let's just take strippers, bro. And, no offense to strippers, and I respect that they can hustle, but, like, people treat strippers like they superstars, bro, you feel me?
No, I got you.
But if you treat them like that superstar, you feel like she off your level. So only people that strippers feel like they deserve is people that got bread. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So they not gonna fuck with nobody that they don't feel like ain't got no bread.
So when you talking about levels, so okay, this is another thing with levels, right? Like this not even have to do with relationships, right? So if you on a level, if you like, have you ever detached yourself from people that's not on your level?
Yeah,
have
you know
I
what I'm saying?
Have I ever detached myself from somebody that ain't on my level?
Yeah.
most definitely.
I don't think I've ever fucked with nobody that wasn't on my level.
It's not.
Are you
Okay.
talking- what you talking financially, or you
friends,
talking mentally?
friends is people in general. Like there's people that
As you
you're
told me.
around.
Yeah.
If I feel like they snaky,
Snaky, they just not trying to progress. They just regular. They rather
I know.
be the same way every day, all day. You know what
Go edit that part out.
I think I'm a little different because they kind of tie into that. They kind of ties into that. You are who you are. You are who you hang around, kind of thing. But like, you know, and not trying to boast, but out of all my friends, like that, like my original crew, I'm the only one with a master's. I'm the only one that finished college. You feel me?
Okay.
But them my niggas regardless. You can't hold me back, and I feel like that's all the mindset. I feel like if you really want something done, you gonna get it done no matter who you around. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's a power. It's power move, bro.
It is.
But it's a thin line between that. Like
it's always. I feel personally, and I'm learning this as I get older. It's always good to have people who are like-minded around you.
Right.
And the reason, if you look at everybody that's really successful, I mean real success, not like, you know, local popularity. I mean actual success.
Like Oprah.
Correct.
Okay.
The people that they surround themselves with are like-minded people.
Right.
Now they might have that one or two whatever, but they're not really gonna have anyone that's gonna hold them back.
Right.
That they feel isn't. And I hate to say that on my level thing because it does kind of come off like you feel like you're better than that person.
True.
But I mean, it's just a thing. Like you can't, like you have a master's, right? And you do whatever it is you do. Let's say you know, you're big and you're a CEO, CFO, something like that, and you feel like, do you really want to hang around somebody who just, unless they have the mentality that they're growing to get there and they're really doing it, do you really want to hang around somebody who just does nothing but drink all day?
Nah, hell nah. I
that.
You see what I'm saying? Like every time they call you, all they're talking about is let's just go get fucked up.
And there's a lot of people like that.
Right. And so after a while, that shit get old. You know what I'm saying? You be like, yeah, I'm good on that. Like I'm trying to do this.
But then it's this too. Like there's people that do that, but they're complacent with what they're at in their life. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like especially if you're out here, you're chasing dream or doing what you gotta do. You don't have a regular 9 to 5, or if you do, you feel me? There's two different levels between that. Like there's a different common between people that are, I want to just say regular, but just normal and just everyday living, whereas other people that is just like, gotta get it. This is, and I'm not eating today because this is what I gotta do. Like, you feel me? So I think that's another part of just different levels. My biggest thing is like, okay, if I'm here and you're here and you're not trying to go here, I can't deal with
You saying so y'all saying not people that's just like reached their limit. Y'all talking real people like that haven't reached anything and don't plan on going.
But they want to be around, but they surround themselves around you, or they surround yourself around the people that you still chill with.
So let me ask you this then. So imagine this: if you how would you feel if something? I guess that's the progression side. But how would you feel if you were around, you know what I'm saying, T.I. all the time
Okay.
in the music industry?
Uh-huh.
You want to grow, but sometimes them limitations do kick in, right? So would you want him to be like, nah, you know what I'm saying, run the head, let me just, you know what I'm saying, I feel like you're trying to grow, but, you know, you ain't really doing that.
But it still comes in terms of show and prove, right?
Yeah.
I can say, T.I., this is all the work I did. And show him that. I don't want to knock on his door and not have the back previous work that I've done. Because it's people that will knock on your door and have not done anything and think it's so easy. Like this shit don't, any of this shit that we're doing or what you're doing like don't happen overnight.
It don't.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you're on social media and you just did some crazy stupid shit and you just blew up. Other than that, it don't happen overnight. So I can't go to T.I. and be like, yo, I'll do this, da 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 da, and expect that he's just gonna be like, yeah, come on. You know what I mean? I still gotta show and prove at the end of the day.
But I mean, also, sorry to cut you,
you good.
but the other part to it is, you know, we all know the famous saying, real recognize real, right?
Exactly.
So if you're around somebody that's on a higher platform, so to speak, they're gonna catch on to what you're doing.
Exactly.
So no matter what it is you're doing, if you still hustling, you still doing what you're doing, they're gonna see that.
They're gonna see it.
Just like they'll see if you just out here bumming. You know what I'm saying? So
And that's from experience.
right. I mean, I've worked with artists, you know, where I've done work for them or whatever, and they'll be looking at me like, "You more busier than me."
Right.
And you like, I ain't making that money. But it's just because I'm always moving. I'm always trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to be everywhere at once so I could build the brand to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they see that and they're like, they respect it, so they keep you around because they know that there's gonna be a point where finally that wall's gonna, whatever that wall you're trying to knock down, is gonna fall. You see what I'm saying? So, but if they notice that I'm around them and I only come around when it's for the parties
just
and I'm
slow,
only, like stuff like that,
People,
then it's like,
you can tell. With that.
right, and that's where that real recognize real, that's that third eye, that's where that kick in and be like, oh, okay, I see what's going on, like I'm not really.
So how y'all feel about you know, Cardi B and all that? Like, I respect Cardi because she did some big things. She made her moves. You feel me? Drop 2 mixtapes in 6 months. You feel me?
A bitch working harder than her.
You feel me? I guess. Nah, like just like y'all feel like it was like a promotional stunt or just like really on some like really love shit.
I just think it's perfect timing, that's all.
I feel like it was promotional just because as soon as it happened within 3 minutes it was on almost every single blog.
I mean, that was gonna happen anyway.
But
So,
that fast,
yeah,
like
I mean,
Yeah,
that's a
because he
big
did it
deal.
in the concert.
He did it at a concert, that's a big deal.
But you know what too though? I'm one of those people that, man, like, you know how people like, man, we only been together 1 year. I don't know if I love it. I feel like time don't tell how you can't say, oh, we gotta be together for a year before I can tell you I love you, because that's not true. You gonna hurt yourself. She gonna end up saying, like, you know what I'm saying, oh, well, all right, deuces. 'Cause I know somebody else that really trying to get with me, and you wasting time. So if he love that girl in 3 months, he love that girl in 3 months. You know what I'm saying? It's people that be together 3 months and be married for a lifetime. People that been together 10 years get a divorce the first year they married. So it's just really about how real you are with yourself.
I think it's more or less the compatibility of the break.
Yeah.
They might be compatible as fuck. You feel me? She would have probably dealt with somebody else or wherever she was on TV. You know what I mean? Previous, and was not compatible as fuck, like at all. So I don't know. I feel like because you can't put a time on love. Like,
It's not possible.
I really believe in love at first sight, but some people, especially nowadays, people don't believe in that shit no more.
No.
have you ever fallen in love at first sight?
I don't know. It's not. I can't really explain it.
I tell you now, man, when I first saw it, man, I literally, like, on real shit, I met her on Halloween, at a Halloween party. You know what I'm saying? When I saw her, I was just bro, like, fell in love, bro, fell in love with her, like, you know what I'm saying? So like, from head to toe, I'm just like, I'm checked all the way down, you know, stuck, but I wasn't in love with her like this.
Keisha in the building.
Tisha.
Oh shit, my bad. Party foul, you feel me? Blame it on the ace of spades. You feel me? But, got Tisha. Oh shit, Bel Air. I'm pull up in the Bel Air. Yo, I was dreaming just now. You know, I was in a whole different level of like mindset. I'm thinking niggas, cause the way she popped the bottle, so I'm thinking that was ace. You feel me?
You don't waste ace.
You don't waste ace, so that's all I'm like, damn, that was ace. So we talk about Cardi B, love at first sight. She was the party favorite.
I was about to say, she got snacks.
She got snacks.
And when you just
You was just looking for snacks. Hey.
Yeah.
I'm just hungry.
So what's your perspective on Cardi B, love at first sight, the Offset situation, her and Offset?
Was it love at first sight?
No, we were talking about love at first sight on how we felt about it in terms of who we are and if we ever felt love at first sight.
Have you ever fallen in love at first sight?
Oh,
Have
you?
you?
Get you a drink. You gotta get you a
think
drink. What
so.
You should get her a shot.
What do you
A
want,
shot?
Belair?
You
What
want
you
a shot?
want?
You know what I want to
Crown.
know?
I
wanna
don't
know
think
what's
that I
the
should drink
difference
after the night I had
sex-wise.
last night.
We ain't trying.
For y'all, does it like do it take a little more finesse from the mouth? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Do you got to be casting over too, or is it physical for y'all too?
Yeah, for me.
It's physical.
So if he look good, and then it goes from there, like
Smell good
If you
too?
look good and
Yes,
we have a
man.
good vibe.
Good
That's
vibe,
what it's
that's
about.
How do you have a good vibe in the club though?
Oh,
Or just in general? I mean, how do you regularly meet people? Because I'm pretty sure it ain't
you
just
know,
out
you
of
know
the-
what you like when you see it. So when you see them,
So
like,
I got a question. Would you run up on a nigga and be like, "Yo, what's good?" Or like,
What's up
Yeah.
with that? Why they don't do that?
Word, that's up.
That's
It's
what
some
I
bold
think-
women
I
out
think
here
you
do.
cute, goddammit. What's up?
I was gonna say,
I
I don't
would
know.
do
I've
that, but I mean-
experienced girls that do that.
Have you ever done
I'm
that?
just being honest.
White people do it.
What the fuck?
But
Disclaimer.
I would do it, but I never did it before.
I feel like for me it happens more or less in spring break and when they're
Take
drunk.
off like that.
You feel me? Not just me, like in general, just I
You
seen
gotta-
this shit happen. You
You gotta
feel
get
me?
inebriated.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I seen it
inebriation.
happen before when they're like litty, like. But I only met like 1 or 2 girls that was really like, yeah, bold as fuck.
Right.
Yeah, you feel me?
I've been. Now it's funny you talk about vibing in the club with a girl because I remember I was in a club a long time ago, and my homegirl was trying to get me to talk to her friend or whatever. And so I told her friend straight up, I was like, listen, I don't do small talk in the club, so let's hang out outside of here and we can talk. And she's like, yo, I ain't never heard of that before. All right, cool.
It's different. That's
And I'm
different.
like, cause I'm like, it's loud as hell in here. Like,
Yeah.
what am I'm supposed to be in your ear the whole time? Like, so
That should be annoying. That
What's
should
your
be
name?
so annoying.
So you
Where'd you go to high school? Like,
Right.
come on, yo, like we're in a club. Like we're trying to chill. We're trying to enjoy the music.
I think for me it's more
Stuff like
buying
that.
signs. If you're not buying into me, I'm not about to waste my time.
Nah,
It's
nah.
always to you, like.
No.
I thought it was more like,
You gotta be some
especially
eye
like
to
you
eye.
saying love at first sight, like you meet somebody and then like,
Yeah, we still want to know your perspective on it, but you just talking about something.
I'm not like
different.
fall in love, like I was only there for 5 minutes. I ain't know that's what y'all was talking about.
Oh nah.
Have you ever looked at a dude and been like, shh, like just?
God damn, daddy. Like, I need to take you home.
I mean, not even. I'm just mean. Yeah, I was, okay.
So not really at all.
No.
Got it.
I respect that. But definitely I don't know. Love at first sight is a tricky topic. You know what I mean? Like that's just kind of crazy. But let's talk about this ratio in Atlanta. This was the 10-to-1 ratio.
I like it.
You like it, but let's ask you, how do you feel about that whole 10-to-1 ratio? Like, is it like competition when it comes to that? Like, do you feel like, cause it is. It's way more
Well,
women
I
out
say,
here than
well,
it is.
but then you think about the.
Yeah, it's really 1 to 20.
Yeah. I don't want to get into that perspective because I know what you're talking about. But I'm
Yeah.
just looking at
I was
statistics
like,
alone.
yeah.
It's really 1 to 20. But we're not gonna put that on topic right
How
now.
do I feel about that ratio? I don't know. I don't feel like I'm in competition with anybody.
Want to elaborate on that? Like in terms of like, cause I'm pretty sure it's like, I don't know. You ever sit back and watch people? When people watching people, like I'll be in the club watching niggas and I'm like, yo, this really out here doing this. I hope I don't do that stupid shit.
I watch. That's what I do in the club. I know I be working, but I be watching.
You watch
the
it,
shit out of
yeah.
it. I remember watching a dude one time. I was in the club. I watched this dude go from girl to girl, like trying to holler at him, and like a girl
He
was
was right
turning
next
back,
to each
like
other.
literally, he went to the next chick next to him, and I was like, damn, that dude like a bozo for real. I wonder if he knows how he looks.
How he
Like,
looks.
But see, you look at it from almost a godlike perspective, cause you up top. You feel me? So then the girls don't see it. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why I was wondering, like, yo, like, he literally was at the bar, like, say she's right here, and then there was another here. So he was like, da-da-da-da-da, and I ain't go that way. He was
I
like,
really
oh,
believe in
hey,
shooting your shot though.
da-da-da-da.
I really believe in shooting your shot.
Yeah,
But
I don't know about that many times. dude, I might shoot once, maybe.
I was at
I doubt it.
I'm gonna shoot.
What's that spot right there in Buckhead? Off of Piedmont with the slushies.
What
Willie's?
Wet Willie's. That was Wet Willie's and shit.
That's-
This guy literally walked up to this girl and was like, "Yo, what's up?" Da da da. She just like turned. Didn't want to talk to him. This nigga pulled out money, wild money. Went to the bar. She's like, oh, can you get me a drink? I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you just said you didn't want to talk to this
You
man.
thirsty though.
Now the man,
If you want to be thirsty and show his money,
But you
shit,
know,
why
how
not ask?
he just finna go buy him a
Money.
drink.
5 more minutes.
Oh, I thought he put out his money and like, oh, like.
Pull out his money and go buy him a
Nah,
drink.
he
I
pulled
know.
that money to
I
flex.
know.
He pulled that out the flex.
You know what I don't like?
And I'll be the total opposite. I'm like, I think I got $2 on it.
Bird. They buy your shit.
Let me use this card.
But yo, man, you know, this is about to be the end of the podcast. You already know. Episode 3 of Aftermath. I'm your host, Ronnie Eric. Shout out to all my guests for the day. Shout out to Penny Up and these drinks. You feel me?
Appreciate
Definitely showing love. And you got that. Just tell people your Instagram and social media shit.
Alright, I am Valare on Instagram. OG Street Dream on Snapchat. It's real easy. It's no weird stuff. Valare, VOLARE.
Oh, we taking a shot too before this.
We can take it. Let's go.
You feel me? Come on, tell me this shit real quick.
On IG, I am Breno. No, that's
He
not
definitely
me.
just looked at that
Yeah.
shit.
Hey, on Instagram, get the Gap 22 on Snapchat.
Oh,
It's
shit,
Brelo
yeah, yeah.
GOG.
No, you good?
Brelo GOG.
Braylo GOG? Alright.
Gift of Gab.
T Boogie, what's up, T Boogie?
T.
Yeah, that's your nickname. Yeah, I'm bad with names, so.
Instagram _Tisha TISHA. And my Snapchat is Tisha.xoxo.
And I'm Ronnie Eric, you know, the coolest nigga out. You feel me? RONNIEERIIC. Follow me. You feel me?
Follow me.